Hello nieces, hello nephews, it's your Uncle Charles here, and welcome back to my YouTube channel where we do unbiased price action analysis. Holy crap, guys, the SPY today went absolutely nowhere. Although we did get a new all-time high close. Yesterday we closed at 485.39. Today we closed at 488. That is a new all-time high close. The all-time high pivot is at 488.77 to get us to that Fibonacci extension level at 490.49. It's going to have to clear that. And the reason why I say that is because we have an inside daily candle setup here, the inside candle setup, where you're going to watch the break of the mother candle's high. Can this setup finally work? And to do that, it's going to have to clear 488.77 to trigger more upside. And of course, we do the bull case and the bear case here. And of course, the bear case would be to break down the mother candle's low, which is at 484.88. Got some buying pressure around that zone. Although I do get the 1.5 Fibonacci extension level at 484.5. As mentioned, I can't get bearish unless we get a false breakout setup. So far, no false breakout yet, guys. I don't know where the top's going to be. But if we get a false breakout, that would be a good sign that we could have a top in. And so far, no top yet. All right, so with this inside daily candle setup here, it just adds to my conviction on if 484.5 finally fails, it will add to my conviction as short. Okay, so the plan is still the same as yesterday, although we do got a little more context here that could add to our conviction for the trade. I figured it was worth making a video about. Okay, so yeah, but overall, 484.5 still must fail, guys. We still need that false breakout setup to even qualify to call a top or even attempt to call a top with the odds in our favor. Okay, because we can always call a top, but if we want to do it with the odds in our favor, we want that false breakout setup. We want that exhaustion gap. Something. Give us something, damn it. But as of right now, I mean, if you're a bear, that is, I mean, if you're a sheep, then who gives a shit? Just trade up, down, who cares? So like I said, bull case, we break above 488.7. We're heading up higher to new all-time highs. I do have a Fibonacci extension level at 490.49. Nothing, no levels. We're in uncharted territory, but I do have another Fibonacci extension level all the way up at 498.93. Now, those who don't like that the levels are so far apart right now, remember, you can always trade it $1.20 to $2 increments, because usually that's how a lot of my support and resistance levels be anyways. Separated $1.20 to $2 increments. So you can do that if that makes you comfortable, more comfortable, you know, level to level stuff. Okay, so that's the SPY triple Q. We did get a higher close than yesterday, but you know, no levels, no critical level was cleared just yet, and no critical level broke down. And the critical level is 426.74. That's a fib level. We got above it intraday, but no daily chart close above it, so it doesn't qualify as a breakout. So plan's still the same. Got to clear 426.7 to trigger some upside here. We do got some selling pressure around that 429 level, and of course, the next fib level at 430.5. Overall, we break down 425 and 423.7. Then maybe we can get a decent pullback here. We got some buying pressure from that zone, but it's going to have to break it down, okay, and cancel all this buying pressure. The next test could break it down, because if you think about it, there's probably buy orders that was waiting there. And we know there was buy orders waiting there because, I mean, we don't need to look at level 2s to know that there was, because you can see by that wick. If there was no buy order, there'd be no wick. So by testing it, that means some of the buy orders may have got absorbed, meaning there's less. So if Bear's gonna test it again, there's a bigger chance or a higher chance it could break down, and then we get those targets down low. 421.7, 419.6, and 417 would be in play. Okay, so above 426.7 bullish. Below it, we're gonna need the breakdown of 425 and 423.7 to trigger shorts. Okay, let's see. Here's Tesla. It's just looking bearish. Had some nice trades intraday, playing with the traps, all that happy stuff. But man, look at that gap down. And then we got more selling pressure. Like I said, we've been on a downtrend since July with this chart. We've been on a downtrend since July. Forgive all the lines. I need those levels for trading, guys, because I actually trade this stock. But anyways, levels, key level. Like I have a lot of pivot levels that I look at, but if we want to focus on more of the critical levels, I usually stick with the fib levels. Those are computer generated levels. I don't know if they're computer generated, but you know they're unbiased levels. And today we broke down one of those unbiased levels, a fib level, which is the 50% fib level I have at 184.5. That's a breakdown. And even when we gap down, look at that wick. Look at that wick where we tested 192.3-ish around that zone. That was a 61.8 fib level. We rejected from there. Intraday selling pressure and pushed down. I do not see anything bearish about this. I mean, I don't see anything bullish about this chart as of right now. I mean, yes, technically speaking, since January of last year, we're still technically in an uptrend, but we can't ignore the downtrend since July either. But like I always say, we don't want to call bottoms unless there's evidence to call bottoms. And we're going to need those false breakdown setups. That's why it's important we note which level broke down and where we rejected from. So for me, the critical levels to watch is 184.5, 192.3, and also around 194. That was a pivot low back in October. Okay, those are the three levels I would watch. To recapture those, I would look to long, because even though we're in the downtrend since July, there are moves to the upside, relief rallies that we can make money off of. Okay, so we got to recapture those levels to be short-term bullish or something like that. Okay, now to be bearish, today's low was at 180. I had a 180 target as well, and it was almost a perfect bounce there. So if we stay below 184.5, the close was at 182.6. So if we break down that level and the 180 level, I have the next fib level at 176.8, a sell zone around 172-ish, and then the next fib level at 167.2. Okay, guys? NVDA, well, I told you about the inside candle with SPY. Well, NVDA has an inside candle as well. The problem with this one is that the damn range is huge, because inside candle setups are usually signs of consolidation, choppiness approaching, or it's currently chopping. And this damn candle is huge. So yeah, NVDA's chop range or chop phase is very different from the normal chop range and chop phase of other stocks. I'll tell you that. But as of right now, we got a higher close, but we didn't quite get the close above 617 and 621.6s. We broke above those levels intraday, but broke back down. It gave us some tradable moves if you can handle the volatility and don't mind the crazy, spreads. But as of right now, with this inside candle setup, it's possible the NVDA is entering the chop phase, but we'll see. Support is at 614, 610.5, 608.5, and 605.6. Okay, those are support. If they fail, you want to look to short play level to level. Leave runners for the bigger move. And below 605.6, I got 603 and 599.3. So for a deeper pullback, those levels must fail. For a bounce to the upside or retest the pivot high from Wednesday, it'll have to break above 617.3 and 621.6. Those level breakout, look to long with 627 and 628.5 in play, and above 628.5, new all-time highs. IWM also has an inside candle setup with the mother candle range being 194 to 198.5. Break of that range, the chop can end and we'll get our direction. Above 198.5, I'm bullish. Below 194, I'm bearish. And it would also break back below this pink trend line. Right now, IWM is trying to decide what it wants to do, because we recaptured that pink trend line. Now we're kind of retesting it as a support, trying to confirm the recapture. So if we break back down, that tells us recapture denied. It's false. Lower high. And we're going to head down lower. But if we break up above 198.5, we're likely heading up higher to possibly retest this high right here back in December, or give us a higher high to keep the trend going. Okay, here is Apple. Yeah, a little lower close than yesterday. Below my 195 level, we got to close there. Bounce off my 193 level. So if we break that level down, to show bearish follow through, we got to break down 191.2 so we can head down lower. The 50 daily moving average is creeping up to my fib level. So around that zone, it's currently at 190.6 to 191.2. Break that zone down. We are bearish. Well, a lot more bearish on Apple. Okay, so to be bullish though, just need to break above 195, 196.5, and 198, and then we could go back up higher. Okay. AMD, holy moly. I think I forgot to cover this stock yesterday. Holy moly, apologize. It looked like possible evening star pattern. Now this doji candle is a little big, so some people might argue with me and say, oh, that's not evening star. You guys might be right actually, but hey, the psychology behind it is kind of similar because you got this candle. The wicks are a little too big, so yeah, it's probably not an evening star pattern, but looking at how it is, you see on the Wednesday candle, there was good buying pressure. Today, yes, we got a higher close, but looked like intraday, the bears took some control. And now, as you guys can see, we closed at 180.33, but we're gapping down. So, ooh, could the top be in? So for me to confirm it, it has to stay below 180.5 because technically we did close below that today. Today's low was at 177.6, so staying below that level would be great. I got the next support at 174.5 and a critical fib level at 172.5. Those would be, if we break those levels down, those would be definitely bearish warnings of a deeper pullback on its way, okay? Overall, to be bullish, it'll need to break above 180.5 and 182 and 185. Break those levels above, we go to a new all-time high, okay? What is next? Covered Apple. Here's Amazon. You guys can see how we're getting selling pressure 2 days in a row around that 1.236 fib level. Just around 158.5-ish. That's the level that needs to break to cancel this potential double top and put more upside in play. 160, 161.4, maybe higher, okay? As of right now, support's at 157. For all this selling pressure to show follow through, break down 157 to put 155.6, 153, and 151 in play. Okay, guys, here is Meta. Guys, I had we're at all new all-time highs here. I didn't have no fib extension level up until 454, which is crazy long from this current previous all-time high at 384.3. So I'm just allowing the market to give me new supply and demand zones right now. 396 is definitely a resistant level I'm watching. We did have some selling pressure around 395.49, so it could be a sell zone up there. Support that I have is 390, 387.6, and of course 384.4. Those are support. If those levels fail, we could get a pullback finally, or a decent pullback. But as of right now, 396 is the level that needs to clear to put new all-time highs in play. I have nothing till 454, but remember, if you long in 396, you can always take profits in $1.50 to $2 increments to be safe and leave runners in case we get a bigger move to the upside. Okay, guys? Netflix. Well, yesterday it gapped up and cleared that 1.382 fib level. Today it gapped up and cleared that 1.5 Fibonacci extension level. It's just going crazy right now. So as of right now, as long as above 555, I'm bullish because that's the level it last broke out. Resistant right now is around 562.5 and 564. Those are my next resistant levels. If those clear, we are heading up higher, possibly up to 570 and 571.69. If you want to short the breakdown of 555 for a false breakout setup, those will put lower targets in play. 550, possibly down to 548.5, and maybe fill the gap at 544.8, and maybe even lower. But those are the next support levels that I have. Google, yeah, it recaptured that pink trend line, used it as support, and cleared the next resistant level, the next fib level, which was at 152.8. As long as above, I'm bullish, okay? That it's in breakout mode. Above 152.8, I would stay bullish above it. And 154 and 155.3 would be in play. Above that is 157 and 159-ish. Okay, to be bearish, I would wait for the breakdown, false breakout setup of 152.8 and a break back below this pink trend line at 151.5 to put 150 or lower back in play. All right, guys, let me take a look at coin. Let me get coin up here. Coin, what are you doing? Still looking overall bearish to me. It might be consolidating a little bit, trying to build strength for the next big move. So we definitely got to keep an eye on that. 120 is still support. It closed at 121, so didn't break it down. Went to a low of 118.9. Didn't do nothing. Faked out the bulls and the bears, okay? But yeah, support is still at 120. Needs to break down to put 118 and 116 and 114.6 in play. As of right now, resistant is at 122.8 and 124. Those levels need to recapture to put high targets in play, possibly back up to 128.5. And I would favor some type of bottom be in if 128.5 recapture. All right, so just look to react and be patient. Here is Darkpool, 485.3, 96% of activity was at 45.3, coming in at 2.1 billion in premium. Add that level to your charts. Darkpool level. Let's look at SPY. I'm gonna try to go slow today. Okay, it's bearish. When's the last time you saw option flow bearish for SPY? 2 seconds ago. You guys just saw it. You guys just saw it just now. 2 seconds ago. It's bearish. See that? Triple Q. Oh crap. Triple Q is still bullish though. Higher volume, but bigger money into calls. So still bullish. Where's the IWM? IWM is bearish. NVDA is bullish. Tesla is bearish. Okay, it's bearish. AMD bullish. Let me cover coin because I didn't get to cover coin yesterday. Coin's bearish. Coin's bearish. Apple's bearish. Apple's a market moving stock. Amazon bullish. Meta is bullish. Netflix is bullish. Are we actually gonna finish it this time? GOOG bullish. GOOG with the L bullish. And I think that's it. That's it, guys. I think I covered everything. I think it's so many stocks sometimes I forget. Please forgive me. All right, thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys want more content from your Uncle Charles, please consider joining my Discord. Other than that, have a great evening. Peace.